We've been down this road before. This isn't the first time our children have been sold a bill of goods that leads to addiction and disease.
What's been the great public health success to date? It's tobacco.
Smooth and fresh is the Newport taste.
We used to view the cigarette as our friend, something that was sexy, that was glamorous, something that we wanted. What did we do with tobacco? We demonized the tobacco industry. We changed how we perceive that product.
We knew as early as 1950 that there was a link between smoking and lung cancer.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
But Big Tobacco would deny the science for the next 50 years.
Cigarettes and nicotine clearly do not meet the classic definitions of addiction.
The public finally saw that they were doing deceptive and misleading things, and so we took them on. Government took them on. The media took them on.
It's been 30 years since the first report linked smoking and cancer.
There's disturbing news about teenagers and smoking.
The U.S. was the first to require warning labels on every cigarette pack, but we didn't stop there.
A number of decades ago, there was something around called the Fairness Doctrine, and for every tobacco ad that got run, the networks had to free up time for anti-tobacco advertisements.
Smoke now, pay later.
Whatever you do, just don't smoke.
The tobacco industry found it was getting battered by these advertisements and said, we will voluntarily take our advertising off television.
Come to where the flavor is.
It wasn't long before smoking ads were removed from almost all public spaces. And with greater public awareness, smoking was banned from all airlines. And as early as 1975, individual states began regulating smoking in public places and taxing packs of cigarettes.
After we banned it, all of Western Europe went smoke-free. You would tell me in a million years, the Irish, the Italians, the Spanish, the English, the French, they don't smoke indoors anymore.
Today we view the cigarette for what it is, a deadly, disgusting, addictive product.
As a result of this critical change in perception, the number of American high schoolers who smoke has been cut in half in just the last 20 years. Where would we be if we hadn't acted?
The Flintstones has been brought to you by Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Junk food companies are acting very much like tobacco companies did 30 and 40 years ago.
I need your Fruity Pebbles, Fruity. Post Fruity Pebbles cereal, part of this complete breakfast.
Years from now, we're going to say, I can't believe we let them get away with that.
There is no evidence that the consumption of soft drinks in secondary schools is inconsistent with sound nutrition science.
The argument you're making is to advance the sales of your soft drinks with the hopes that these students will get used to them enough. I'll hesitate to use the word hooked on them enough, but used to them enough.
I'm suggesting, Senator, that in a well-balanced diet, we all need to consume 2 liters of liquid. Soft drinks can certainly supply part of that liquid intake, and I would reject entirely any argument that they are in any way harmful for you.
Sometimes I just want to say, don't you have any shame at all? Isn't there something inside of you that says, you know, what we're doing is not right? They have to know. Just like the tobacco companies. How could these people sleep at night for years knowing they were lying through their teeth about tobacco and cancer, and yet they just kept pushing those tobacco products out there? It's the same way with the big food companies. I don't know how they live with themselves.
Soda is the cigarettes of the 21st century, and the sooner we get that clear, the sooner we get rid of these idiotic arguments about free speech allows us to sell things that are poisonous.
The obesity epidemic, the diseases that fast food places, hamburgers, soda pop, whatever, cause. We've had this information for decades, and we failed to act on it until now it's catastrophic.
I'm trying to save my life.